Hey, what's up, people? Hope everybody's having a great night. Buenas noches, gente. Espero que todos estén bien. Hello, hello, hello. I'm about to put the link right now. There's the link. Anybody wants to come up? Oh yeah. Oh my God. Hey, what's up, people? Here I am. There's a link if anybody wants to come. Ahí está el link si alguien quiere entrar acá a mi programa. Yeah, yeah. Hola, también aquí estamos. Sí, están viendo de Escuinapa, ¿cómo les fue en las fiestas de las cabras? Hey, hello, Rebecca, how are you? Hey, can I see your face if you want to come up? Who's that, Books? Okay.
Yeah,
What's up,
man,
Books?
what you geeking on, bro? It's just me, bro.
Oh,
Damn.
hey, how are you, Books? Thanks for coming.
You're very welcome, Carlos. What you up here doing, man?
Oh, nothing. Just decided to go live today. Yeah, because I wanted to see if some of my friends down in Mexico would see my live.
You got friends in Mexico, Carlos?
Yes, a lot of them. Yes, a lot of them.
What they be doing down there? Hanging out at the Quinceañera or chilling in the La Raza? What they be? I'm not very familiar with the culture. What they be down there doing?
No, well, no, no. A lot of those people live over there. They were born over there. They're teachers. They're
Okay,
some of them are doctors. A lot of them are
okay.
teachers, as a matter of fact.
So just everyday shit, huh?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
regular
yeah.
do.
It's actually at the town where my grandmother was born.
What? Well, I don't want you to dox that town, but that's cool, man. So you got a lot of people watching in the same town that your grandmother was born.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Crazy, man. Is that a big is that of big significance for you? Like you repping the La Raza, or that's just something you?
Nah. Well, I like to go over there because I've been going there since I was like about 10 years old.
Uh
Yeah.
you can smell the air.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
yeah, this time of year it's it's like the weather in the south, where in your neck of the woods, hot and humid.
Oh man, you can't. You gotta take a shower every 30 minutes.
Exactly. That's same thing. Around this time of year, they just had a beach celebration that just ended yesterday. It's they have this celebration. A lot of people go to the beach and camp and party.
Nah, they
A
don't
lot
do
of,
no surfing. They just kind of like a camping type deal.
well, yeah.
No, because I don't really know too many Mexican surfers.
Oh, look who's
That's
here,
why.
Bert. Wait, look who's here, Berto.
Oh, don't bring that dude up here, man. Don't do that. We're having a good conversation.
No, Berto. No, Berto.
Hey, good job, Carlos. Yeah, I don't really know too many Hispanic surfers. So when I hear people are going to the beach, like y'all hanging 10, that's crazy.
No, Berto. You're not coming up here, Berto. I'm sorry, Berto. I'm having a good day here. I'm sorry. You're not. You're blocked from here, Berto. I'm sorry. Go over there with they're over there at Charbetty's. Everybody's over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
bro. That's where you can go, bro. We're not,
that's where you can go. There are a lot of places you can go, Berto. You can go to let's see, the generic troll might go live later. Or how about Mark Terry? You know, I hate that guy. Why don't you go troll his ass, man? Oh, Mark Terry is a guy who is one of the he's like square. This guy last year he assaulted his own father,
wow.
and then he assaulted his brother, both
Wow.
elderly men. And the cops come in. He assaults a deputy sheriff.
Damn.
Yeah, he goes to jail for several months. Gets out
Yeah.
on bail, and he's still. This happened about this time of year, a year ago. He was there for six. He was there for about 3 or 4 months in jail. My God, and people still support him. I mean, after all the shit he did. Not
Mm.
too long ago, he doxed somebody's house. He doxed this guy's kids, his
Mm.
school's kids, the
So he's
address,
not
and
even punching above the belt. He's like hitting below the belt and shit. Like he's
yeah,
playing dirty out there. Yeah.
oh yeah. and people
Piece of
still
shit,
find
bro. Why you watch pieces of shit like that, Carlo? You say like he's like a
no,
square type character.
yeah,
Don't
he
be
is, but no,
looking
no,
at them
because
motherfuckers.
well, because this guy at first he wasn't like Square. He wasn't like Square. He was
What do you
I,
mean? Like he
no, no,
started
no,
off good and got on the wrong
yeah,
path? What do you mean?
yeah, yeah, because he just started being obsessed with YouTube and everything. At first, I
Uh,
thought he was a pretty cool guy.
what do you
He
mean?
was
Wait. You say he started being obsessed with YouTube. So
yeah, with YouTube and
who was he
everything.
before YouTube? Because that's important, Carlos.
Well, he was. They say his wife said that he used to sell insurance or something.
Well, I mean, it ain't the best shit, but that ain't that bad. I mean, like
Exactly.
nothing other than that. He was just an insurance salesman,
Hmm.
and then he got on YouTube and became a fucking assaulter and a doxer.
Yeah,
That's
assaulted a doctor.
crazy.
He assaulted a disabled man one time, and then later on he beat up. He threw a beer can at his wife, and people still be going over there. They still be going over there to his chat because they think the bitches always say, "Oh, he's hilarious. He's hilarious."
Well,
But
Carlos,
not.
I can't really speak to why people go over there. I don't know him, but
Oh, not
Kanye
only
West
that.
just came out with a Hail Hitler song, and
Yeah.
people still support him. So people
Who
just think things are cool, and even though it's wrong, they'll
who
still
was that
support
guy?
it.
Who was that guy you said came with a Hell Hitler song?
Kanye West, and I think the guy that supported him, it was like a streamer, not Ace
Kayem
Ross,
West. I think I
but
heard of
another
him.
guy. They were like, yeah, well, if he says Hail Hitler, he makes good music. And what you saying about the square character?
Oh,
Well, even though he beat up people, he's entertaining. Like people
yeah,
are
I hate
people
that.
feed maybe the people who feed into that are worse than the actual person they're watching.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm talking about you, Carlos. Maybe you watching that person is actually
No,
worse
no, I don't. I
doing the
don't
shit
even
he's
watch
doing.
that guy. I can't even. I
No,
can't
you
stand him.
do watch him because you told me exactly what he
Yeah,
does.
I was
So that's
watching
a
him.
contradiction, Carlos, and stop contradicting yourself.
No, no, I know, I know. I used to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to watch him at one time. There was times I used to, but later on, I just couldn't stand him because of what he was saying. He sometimes mentions the N word like that. This guy, he calls and say, "Oh, white privilege." He says that all the time. I can't even stand that guy, man. Fuck. To this day, man.
Tell you things like, "Hey, maybe you're worse than the person you're watching." You're taken aback. I stunned you with that comment.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying that you
Okay.
go around beating up old people, but if you're telling me about some person that does things like that, why are you telling me this?
Well, I don't know. I guess I wanted something to talk about. I guess.
Well, you should find better things to talk about, Carlos.
Okay, okay, okay. We'll find better things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. Like I was telling you that about my town down there. It's a town it's they have the beach celebration where people go camp at the beach, but they camp in these huts. Remember in the series Gilligan's Islands? Remember those
Try to
shacks?
remember. There once was a skipper, something
Yeah,
and
yeah.
something
The
something
skipper.
two, and
Yeah,
something on Gillick. I think I remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it was okay. With the people that go there, they stay in these huts that kind of look like that, like the houses in Cook Gonzalez. They stay there.
Mm,
They rent them from the city. The
that's
city builds
that's
them.
like $1,000 a
Yeah.
second. That's expensive, man.
Hey, what's up, Gene? Yeah. So they rent those huts, and people party there. They take their cooler beer, everything. They stay there, camp out.
Sounds expensive.
Hey, hello, Pam. How are you?
Not expensive as a motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It gets really
Shit.
crowded.
You
But,
said it looked like a movie set, like a TV show, Gilligan's Island. No, I can only
no, no,
imagine.
none of that. No, no, no. I'm saying like the huts where people stay. They look like the those shacks that Gilligan Islands would stay.
But
They look like
them huts look, like that, but it'll be like a bunch of air conditioner in that bitch, a mini refrigerator.
yeah. People take refrigerators there, mini refrigerators, mini stoves in there to take that, and then they light and there's some power there. They can there and
Yeah,
it's
them bitch got power.
Yeah, they have
But
power
that's a
there.
huge tourist attraction. That's making millions of dollars a year.
Yeah, they have power there. Yeah, they have they you know the city the electric company that provides them with with power like that. They what they do is they have this wiring or something. I don't know how, but they and you put in a light bulb. You install yourself a light bulb you bring, and you have power. You have a
I
and it
don't know
can.
what you're talking about, Carlos. Installing light bulbs in your brain. I think you're talking about cartoons and shit. But can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
It's true that the Mexican cartel will take honest, hardworking people coming home from work and make them pay taxes on the highway just to get home. Let's say it takes me 20 minutes to get to work, and I got to ride on the highway.
Yeah,
And when I'm riding on the highway, will somebody pull me over and be like, "Hey, did you give me $20 today? If not, I'm gonna murder your family." Like, do they
yeah, they
do that
do.
shit for
Hey, what
real?
up, Hillbilly?
Oh
Yeah, true.
hell no! Somebody need to whoop them people ass for that shit. What about a hard working dude just trying to? He ain't even.
Yeah, well, they do that all the time. Sometimes they kidnap
I'm
young
saying like,
people.
bro, like, listen, he not even into drugs. He not. He just a hard working dude
Yeah,
trying to feed his family and go to work. They'll do that to him like a regular dude.
yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucked up.
They even kidnap young kids. To join their rank
Oh
cartels,
hell
and they
no! I
make
thought that shit was like some made up shit white people said.
yeah, yeah. No, they have kidnapped kids to make and they force them to be their sicarios, their killers, in many
No,
cases.
that's some made up shit white people said. I don't do that.
Oh, yes, they
Do
do.
they? I'm asking you. You're not giving me. I don't know whether to believe you or what. I don't know whether you're being facetious, Carlos. I can't tell whether you're being serious, man.
No, I am being serious. That's the truth. That's what they do.
Nah,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, Peter Pan, what's up? No, no, that's what they do. I mean, sometimes what they do. They force kids to join the ranks in the cartels. If they say no,
Hell no. If
they'll
somebody just
kill.
want to go to school and don't want to be associated with killing and drugs, they gonna leave that person alone, bro. Like if you want to be associated with that life, you get what it come with it, right? But
Well, yeah,
if
right,
you want
right,
to stay clear of that shit, they'll leave you alone. Like
yeah,
hell
right,
no.
true, yeah, right. But kids, who join. I mean, some kids join voluntarily, but a lot of
Well,
them,
man, some of
are
them they think it's cool. I wouldn't
yeah, of
say
course,
voluntarily. Oh, that's the cool thing to do, and then they realize
yeah.
it's not cool. But no,
Hmm.
I don't. Well, fuck.
Well, you see kids like as young as 17 or 16
That's
with
different though. You know, people, kids in America are gang banging and doing
yeah,
stupid shit that they gonna regret. But people ain't on like the interstate making people pull over and like pay taxes.
yeah.
I heard some white reporter lady like, "Oh, if you go to Mexico and you try to go to work, some gang member gonna pull you over and take your salary because you driving on the street." Like that's bullshit, right?
Yeah, I would say that's bullshit too.
Like, yeah,
But
that's
a
what
lot of people, yeah, but still a lot of like businesses, like small businesses, they get extorted by gangs.
well, I don't.
They get extorted by gangs. A lot of small
It
businesses.
wouldn't. I didn't watch a documentary about small Mexican business. I just watched a documentary about people like going back and forth to work, getting harassed, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it can't be true. But if somebody with small business is getting harassed, that might be like a different kind of worms. I
yeah,
can kind of understand how that'll happen.
yeah.
Maybe
And
they
sometimes,
business in the wrong neighborhood, probably, so they got
yeah,
to
yeah,
deal with that shit.
yeah. And sometimes they, people who are like making a lot of money,
Yeah.
bankers or. Hey, hello, Carla. How are you?
Let's just say if somebody got a washing machine and they just washing people clothes in the neighborhood, like, hey, you're washing everybody's clothes, you're making a lot of money, you better pay us or I'm gonna shoot you in your toe. Like, oh shit, don't shoot me in my toe, I'll give
Yeah,
you all my
yeah,
money. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
they do. Yeah, it happens a lot there
And
too.
that's fucked up because that person is probably trying to
Yeah. Oh, you'd be
a
surprised
regular person.
goes around over there. Let me tell you this story about. You hear Bambi
I
always
don't know
talk.
what Tambien. What does Tambien mean?
What?
I thought you said let me tell a story about Tambien. What is
No,
Tambien?
no, 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 no. No, no. I was trying to say
How
this.
you pronounce it?
Okay, I was trying to say. You know how Bambi? That's what I was saying.
Oh.
You know
Bambi.
how Bambi always talks about gangsters and murders like that and all that stuff. Well, I got a story. I got a story to tell you all. That something that happened over 20 years ago.
Wait a
People.
minute. Don't tell this story on the phone with me because I might be under investigation by the FBI. So don't
Oh,
tell
okay,
this story.
okay,
Yeah. So be cool.
okay,
Please.
okay, okay.
Yeah, just be cool.
Okay. Well,
Say what's up to Jason.
hey, what's up, Jason?
Cool beans. He's a cool guy. So
Oh,
show
yeah.
just
Well,
be cool.
that's Li's husband, huh?
Yeah, that's who that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yes. Bambi tried to call him.
Several times.
Yeah. Well, I won't. Well, I know other stories, but they're not. They're not related to gangs. They're related to like ghosts and or other stories that go way back in the day that don't about gangs that don't. That don't. There
Do
are.
you know any stories about successful people that use their intellect to manipulate their environment? And when I say manipulate, I just mean, hey, I'm smart enough to just take it easy in life without having to stress. Because those are
Oh.
the only stories I like, bro.
Ah. Okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like a rich person in a bathrobe.
Yeah.
Them the only stories I like, bro. Them are good stories.
Yes, I think I know some stories like that. Oh, let's see.
Do you actually, or are you just saying it?
No, I think I might remember one that I know about that because I
Well, I'm
know,
all ears.
yeah, because I know people in Mexico who are rich, but they became richer legitimately. That. Oh, okay. Let me see this one. Or which one of a? Let's see. Let me give me a minute, okay? Because I think I know one of them.
Take all the time you need.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
problem.
okay, yeah,
What
yeah.
is Tambien being? I don't know what this means,
Oh,
bro.
I forgot to tell you.
Bueno Sweat told me
Yeah,
amigo.
okay, I forgot to tell you, books.
What?
If you see in the side chat a guy named Colt on the side chat when you and
Spell that. Spell that out for me. Colt, Colt.
yeah, okay, yeah, if you see him, he's from your neck of the woods.
All right.
He's from Louisiana also. This guy loves Louisiana. He'll come up here and he'll talk about the food, the culture, everything. No, he's like a book about Louisiana. He's like an encyclopedia
Is this
about.
person white?
Oh, he's black.
Okay, I was gonna say if he white, I can't get along with him. Okay, if he black, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's cool. But he's young. But if you ask him about hip hop music like that, no, he doesn't even know nothing about hip hop. He likes the old stuff.
What does this have to do with a rich person counting money in the bathrobe? I'm just wondering.
Oh, no, okay, okay, no. Okay, you want to hear the
Okay.
rich person? Okay, I know one.
No, I'm just saying you telling me stories about gangsters and ghosts and goblins. What about the rich person that took care of everybody, didn't have shit to worry about except chilling in his bathrobe and watching the sunset? What about that story?
Oh,
That
okay,
a
okay,
story?
okay. I think I know one of them like that. Take for example, my father and his brother years ago. They were very poor. I mean, they were very
How
poor,
poor?
dirt poor.
What size shoes did they wear? And I'm asking that because did they share shoes poor? Did they
Could
have
be.
their own separate shoes?
I don't know, but what they used to be when they were young. They had to go. They had to work in like catching fish. As fishermen when they were young. My father
Did
and
they
his brother.
skin the fish or did they just catch it?
They did both skin and catch it.
What boat did they now? How did they catch fish? How did
Well,
they
they
get it?
they they went on small boats and all like that.
How did they have access to boats?
Because that area was a fishing village where they were born.
So they were able to talk to people and get access to things. So they
Yeah,
were poor, but they were able to use what they knew to get. Okay, but
yeah,
still poor. They didn't have a boat, but they knew somebody with
yeah.
one. All
They
right,
knew
that
that.
makes sense.
Yeah, they knew that. And years later, my dad grew up. He joined the Mexican army,
Uh oh,
and then my
took his skills. He took his knife and sharpened it even more.
yeah, oh yeah, he joined the Mexican army. He learned to read and write. He didn't even knew how to read and write, but there he
He
learned.
learned that shit.
Yeah,
Tight.
yeah, he learned that shit. And then when he got out of the army, he went back to my uncle. My uncle was making money in the agriculture business. They owned trucks.
Agriculture.
They owned trucks and stuff down in Mexico. They would sponsor baseball games and stuff like that. And my father,
Wait a minute. What type of business?
agriculture. Like produce,
What?
produce,
Oh, I say say it one more time with me.
produce business.
Agriculture.
Fruits and vegetables.
Agri
Agriculture.
agriculture. That was okay.
Yeah, they would
Fertilizer.
they would sponsor baseball games. They would do all kinds of stuff in the city.
What type of baseball game?
Oh, baseball, like the baseball you see here. There was like it was like amateur baseball for sure. They they didn't have professionals, whatever. Because in that part of the country, baseball is a very popular sport in Mexico. It's a
Yeah.
northwest Mexico that's popular.
Northern Northwest Mexico with
Yeah,
baseball popular.
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. Yes. A lot of players, even major leaguers have come from that area.
Give me somebody. Give
Well,
me a name. I don't know.
okay, Fernando Valenzuela.
Never heard of him.
Well, he was a pitcher for the Dodgers.
Picture for the Dodgers. What year?
Early '80s.
Early '80s. Do we have something more relevant, brother?
Well, there was several players that came from Mexico. There was a guy named
This area, the northern northwest part of
was
Mexico.
Mexico. Okay, there was a guy named not too long ago. He got arrested. This guy, yeah, I think his name was I forgot his name, but he got arrested. He was from
See, this story ain't really congealing like I wanted to. You're supposed to be like, I know a guy that had a bathrobe and he sponsored baseball teams and they went to be MLB players, but
No. Well,
no, man,
I don't
he's
know.
just
Okay. That's what I heard.
a guy that grew some
Yeah, I heard.
avocados and sold them to fucking Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Big deal. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they were in the agriculture business, and they were in the all that kind of stuff, and they sponsor baseball games, and
He ain't sponsored no baseball games, man. Who he sponsored? Stromile Swift? That's
no,
a big
actually,
name from where I'm from, nigga.
no, they were
No, it
actually
ain't no early '80s shit, nigga. I don't know
no.
who
This
the hell
was
you
like in the
talking about.
50s. This was like in the 50s. They
You
they sponsored baseball games, but there were these games, local people like the mechanics versus the bricklayers, like that.
they out there fucking catching gloves. I mean, catching catching balls with no gloves on. This
No,
shit.
they had gloves, they had uniforms and everything. Those came from
These
my uncle.
motherfuckers just out there throwing baseballs after hours at work, man. What
No,
about the
actually, my,
guy
my,
in the
my uncle
robe that
sponsored them.
mastered the game with his intelligence, bro?
No,
The
my uncle.
story is terrible. You just telling me about, my dad made money. Did your dad like buy Intel? Did he
No,
buy like a fucking computer processor or some shit? Did your dad make a Snuggie?
no, you did,
Did
but
your dad motherfucking make a Chia Pet, nigga?
no, man.
Did your dad make goddamn me a hit sitcom on NBC?
Well, no, that's no.
Well, damn it, nigga. I'm talking about the people that chill in bathrobes with like they exude money. Them motherfuckers, they stories, not the poor people that just my life. I
Uh,
sponsored a baseball team. Poor,
well, okay, well,
poor. Did
well,
your
okay.
father own a Ferrari?
Oh no.
Okay, well, then we're talking about rich
No,
people and road money, man. That's the story I thought you were gonna tell me.
he owned
Like
a
you've been
50.
like, he fucking learned how to read and write, and next thing you know, he bought a fucking 1953 Camaro the first year
No,
fucking Corvettes were made, but he
the
bought a
car.
Camaro that year because he's whoop ass.
No, the car I remember he had was a '59 Chevy. That's the car yeah, it was a blue one. I remember. Long time ago, my dad. But yeah, he was known as people would call him like, my last name is Seja. People call him, hey Seja,
No,
what's up,
no.
Seja?
You know what I can tell you, Carlos?
Yeah, but
Until you ready to defend your Mexican culture and your pride in a fist fight, I will not respect you. I will not respect you because you're poor. And I'm an American. We don't respect poor people. You gotta
oh
be
come
rich
on.
for me to give a shit about you. I'm gonna just
What?
tell you that to your face because most people won't tell you. They'll pretend, but if you're not like rich, like bathrobe money, we don't care, bro. Nobody gives a we
Why would I
sponsor
have
the
to be rich?
baseball team, whatever. Well, you learn how to read and write and defy the odds. Big whoop. You know what I mean? Nobody cares about that shit. You got your family listening from where your grandma grew up in that place that one time.
Yeah.
Big deal, bro. Can you make a microprocessor from Taiwan
No, why?
in
What you
Southern
mean?
California because you're not extremely wealthy. That's what I'm asking you that, and I don't care about
Why
that.
would I want to be stream
If
wealthy?
you were extremely wealthy, well, you should want to be that because it's cool. You can chill out in the bathrobe. You can like watch P Diddy go to fucking federal prison. He pissed on somebody so much that he went to jail. It
Yeah.
was ridiculous. Did you know that, Carlos? Did you
Yeah.
know you could piss on somebody so much that you'll go to jail?
Well, yeah. Cool. Well, I know that. Actually, yeah.
You know it now because I told it to you, but you didn't know that. I didn't even know that. I learned that today. Nobody knew that until P Diddy went to jail. These are things we all learn, buddy,
Man.
and the things that we learn that rich people do, we're all impressed and kind of fucked up and sickened by it. But it's like we don't care about the people that learn how to read and write. We're all talking about the people that piss on Cassie. Welcome to America, Carlos. You know what I mean? This is life. You don't like life?
Well, I like my life really.
You should like life, bro.
I like my life. I don't
If
have to
you
be.
had if you were a super rich bad boy producer, would you piss on your up and coming like
No, no,
songsters?
for
Would you
sure.
like piss on her, bro? That's what Diddy did. Would you
Oh,
be
yeah.
like a Harvey Weinstein if you got money?
No, no, none of
You
that
wouldn't
stuff.
Harvey Weinstein a bitch? Like you
I know
sure,
who
bro?
Harvey Weinstein is. I want to be like that
All
guy. Why
right,
would
I'm just don't do that shit because they're sick fuckers, bro. But that's what people talk about here because they're
you?
rich and it's like, oh, even though they're gross and disgusting like Square, people still talk about them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Carlos, have you ever made more than $50,000 in 1 year before taxes?
Before Texas, well, let's see. I think I had one time.
What were you doing at that one time, and what year was it?
Oh, this was let's see. I think I was. This was back in the '90s when I was back in the '90s. I worked
Starter
well.
Jacket '90s. What '90s are we talking about?
The '90s stuff, 30 years ago.
Space
Uh,
Jam '90s. What are you talking about? What '90s?
'90s. The '90s. That's when I. That's when I.
Dennis Rodman has blonde hair. What '90s are we talking about,
Yeah,
Carlos?
Dennis Rodman has nine
Okay, Dennis Rodman has blonde hair.
blonde hair. The Bulls were
Okay,
kicking ass.
Bulls are winning. Stars Jackets are popping.
Yeah, the
What
Bulls
else
were
is
kicking
happening?
ass.
Fucking Nintendo, Sega.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Hmm. Yeah, the '90s.
And what were you doing in the '90s that you made $50,000 before taxes?
Maybe I made about like 40. I think. I don't think I ever went to 50,000. That was back in the '90s when I used to work in warehouses and
So you were working in a warehouse making
yeah,
47, $48,000 a year before tax.
yeah. Well, not about like 30,000 or something. Like 35, 37 around that time. But that was back way. But that was
Well, Carlos, you simply don't know how to answer a question because I asked you, have you ever made more than $50,000 in a year?
no, I don't think so.
That was the correct answer.
No, I wish I had. Make a lot more than that. Maybe sometime if I win the lottery. I'm just saying, we all want to win the lottery. Hey, what's up, Hellbilly?
Lottery, Carlos, you know what I do? I pretend like I was broke, and I like hire people to hire you to run my business. That's what I do, Carlos.
Great. That sounds great.
Absolutely, the money would keep going, man. We'd have
Yeah,
that Dennis Rodman money pre-taxes.
Miss Rutman.
You know what I'm saying? Dennis Rodman money, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a lot of money, man, then.
But think about that though, Carlos. Think about this, because
Yeah.
I think you, with my down south slang, you probably didn't pick up what I put down. You said if I won the lottery books, I'd probably answer your question efficiently. Carlos, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't even let you know. I just like you to like have a business out of nowhere. You'd be like a manager, but you wouldn't know where the money was coming from. You just know you have to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
would be the perfect fucking shit, wouldn't it? That would be perfect. Like, imagine winning $1 million and just buying people clothes and money and they don't appreciate it. But it's like you give them opportunity to work hard. So they appreciate the work hardness, but they also appreciate that they'll have something at the end of the day. That'd be fucking amazing.
Of course. Yeah.
What if rich people thought like that instead of, like, I don't know, pissing on Cassie? That'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know who? I mean, let's see if we win the lottery this year, man.
Carlos, you got a better chance of going to that beach with the huts, getting struck by lightning, bit by a shark, while hanging 10 on your surfboard. For real, bruh.
Yeah.
Never play the lottery, Carlos. Never. Matter of fact, give your money to the homeless, bro. If you just want to throw it away. Some people can use that shit instead of
Yeah.
you just throwing it away, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally throwing your money away.
Yeah.
You know how
Great.
you got a better way of winning $1 million, bro?
Yeah. Well,
Finding somebody that deliver mail and jumping in front of the mail truck and suing the U.S. Postal Service. You'll probably get like $1 million, bro. I'm being honest. If like you get hit by a mail truck and break your clavicle or whatever you got up there, they'll probably like give you $1 million out of court settlement. Yeah, no doubt.
and yeah, I heard about those things. Yeah. Yeah. But no.
Just saying, bro. If you want money, bro, don't throw it away on lottery tickets.
Yeah. Hey, Square's live. Yeah, Square.
You know another way you can get money, Carlos, and most
Oh,
people don't even know this.
wow.
And this is so fucking crazy, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this shit and don't tell nobody else.
Yeah, go ahead.
Buying shit online for a low price and selling it online in the same place you bought it for a high price. You
Mm,
can literally buy shit on Amazon for $5 and sell it for 20.
mm,
Yeah, bro. And it's like you just people don't know how to shop for deals and they're lazy.
yeah, I
Yeah,
heard something
bro.
about
Reselling, bro.
I heard
Just
something
stop.
about
I'm telling you, Carlos. You can make $1 million reselling
Yeah,
shit, Carlos.
that's
Did
true.
you know that?
Yeah, that's true.
You're not entrepreneurial. You don't know what's true. You know what I tell you because Carlos, let me tell you something. You don't have an entrepreneurial mindset. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You want $1 million, but you don't want to come up with an idea for it. You want to listen to it and implement it. You're not using your noodle.
Yeah.
How would Carlos? How would you get $1 million?
Oh man, I really don't know how.
Just spitball idea. It might not even work, but just say it anyway.
I don't know. Maybe if I get lucky sometime in the lottery or something.
Besides playing the lottery,
Maybe if I if I buy if I if I get a good investment.
invest in what?
I don't know. Maybe something over there. Maybe investing in some company
A
that's gonna
company that does what? Carlos, spit it out.
maybe some high tech company that's
Your balls are to the wall. You got you down to your last dollar. If you gotta invest this dollar in something that you know gonna return you $2. What
well,
is
yeah,
that,
maybe
Carlos?
something
What
that's
is that? What
well,
can you
maybe
put
some
$1 in and you get
that's
two,
coming out with
Carlos?
something new. Like when Amazon came or Microsoft came around. Something like that. Find something that has future. That's gonna have a future.
What has a future, Carlos?
Well, build a company that I'm gonna probably invest in. You know,
You're one of those, Carlos. You don't want to tell people your idea because you're scared somebody gonna steal it. You're one of those. You're
no,
one of those, Carlos.
no, I don't have any ideas. Invent something. No, I don't have
Of
none of
course,
that.
that's what people say when they don't want. You don't want to
Well,
be a
yeah.
library of information. Shame on you, Carlos. Shame on you for keeping what you think is $1 million idea to yourself. Shame on you.
$1 idea. I don't have $1 million idea.
Sure you don't, Carlos.
No, I don't. I mean, I just want to say I want to invest on somebody who has an idea. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Carlos.
Yeah.
The world, one day.
Yeah. That's what I want to do. Oh my God.
The world gonna realize one day all that selfish shit ain't cool. You gotta share information, man. You can't hoard your talents because you'll end up without any, bro. It's true, Carlos. It's true. I wish more people would understand that.
Yeah.
Carlos, what do you do in your spare time to blow off steam?
I sometimes I read a book.
What have you been reading lately?
I usually like to read biographies. Of people, famous people, politicians, act, music, celebrities, stuff like that.
Do I have to guess whose biography you've been reading, Carlos, or are you gonna be generous and share?
Let's see. I'm reading one called Where is that book? I have it here somewhere. Where is that book? It's called. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's right over there. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Carlos needs a minute. He's finding his literature. Maybe a biography of some person. I'm thinking. Or maybe something completely different. Shit, ain't no telling.
Yeah, it's called The Last Honest Man.
What is The Last Honest Man about, Carlos?
It's about a guy who was a senator from Idaho back in the '60s.
Snoozeville. You're reading a book about an Idaho senator from the 1960s, 1860s. Carlos,
Yes,
you'll have to guess that too.
1960s.
1960s. Okay.
Okay.
What influential did he do? Obviously, somebody wrote a book about him. He did something.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, he did. He was a person. His name was Frank Church of Idaho. Was an unlikely hero.
Who
He led,
Church?
yeah,
Ryan Church?
no, Frank Church.
Frank Church. Okay.
He says he led congressional oppositions to the Vietnam War and had become an American. And what he saw as, check this out. This is gonna like this. Let me start from the beginning, okay?
Why did he lead the opposition to the Vietnam War? What did he oppose about the Vietnam War?
Okay. Let me read. Okay, so Senator Frank Church of Idaho was an unlikely hero. He had a congressional opposition to the Vietnam War and had become scathing radical critic of what he saw as American imperialism around the world.
American Emperor. Okay.
But he was still politically ambitious, privately yearning for acceptance from for foreign policy establishment that he hated, and Church would show historic strength in his greatest moment when in the wake of Watergate he was suddenly tasked with investigating abuses of power in the intelligence community. So this guy also investigated Nixon. He was involved in the congressional to investigate Nixon, the guys who had abused their power during Watergate. You probably read about that.
Yeah, I'm not a crook. Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Right.
Yeah. Also, investigation conspiracy theories involving the Kennedy assassination.
Well,
He
that
says
was that was kapussy. So what did this guy actually do besides be some
well,
hippie that opposed the Vietnam War?
yeah. Well, he was also a guy. He was he was a journalist by trade.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's some hippie that confused a bunch of fucking red wings in fucking Idaho to vote for him. Jesus Christ, they write books about anybody nowadays.
Yeah.
Trash. Trash, Carlos.
Yeah.
That
He said,
guy's trash. His life is trash. What did he actually do to impact society? Not a fucking thing. The Vietnam War happened. Agent Orange, real thing. Kennedy assassinated. Nixon was a fucking crook. What did that guy actually do to impact anything besides get people in Idaho to make him a what? Governor, you said he was?
no, he was a senator.
Senator. So how long was he a senator? Like soaking up taxpayers' dollars, being some type of fucking sandal wearing hippie talking about, I told you guys we shouldn't have been to Vietnam and some guy shot Kennedy. Yeah. What else did he actually do?
Well, he said that he exposed the CIA and
How?
the mafia
How? Did he
beating to
find
the.
Jimmy Hoffa's body?
No, it doesn't say his.
Oh, he didn't? What'd he do then?
No. He said he exposed the CIA and the mafia regarding the
How?
Kennedy assassination.
Bullshit. Bro, so the CIA's not actually here?
Well,
So he didn't do a fucking thing but like soak up taxpayers' dollars?
let's see.
Did he disband the CIA? He
No.
exposed. Oh Lord, they do things they shouldn't.
Well,
Everybody already knew that.
well, Kennedy thought of this.
Everybody already knew that though.
Yeah.
They killed Fred Hampton. Yeah, they do shit they shouldn't do. Like we already knew that. What he actually do? Did he like save Fred Hampton from being killed, or
No.
like establish a free lunch program for individuals that needed it? Like did he feed the poor and clothe the homeless?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think he did that.
Oh, so he's just some entitled fuck that became a senator.
No,
Somebody wrote a book about him, and
he
this is
was a guy.
stupid.
Well, no. Okay, he wasn't that kind of a guy that that went out. I mean, feeding the homeless and all that kind of stuff, like Robert Kennedy or other people
So
like
he
that.
did nothing of importance, right? He didn't actually
No.
care about his fellow man. He didn't.
He was mostly involved in the judicial process.
So he got his intern to write letters What? Okay, so people get books wrote about them because they get their interns to write letters. Now, that's
Mm.
pretty stupid, but whatever, dude.
They
So he
say,
actually went to Vietnam and like stopped them from fighting or something.
yeah. I mean,
He
he was
did, or he just like went to Congress like, "Oh, this
no,
these
no,
guys shouldn't be doing that." I'm a senator in where was he a senator in Idaho?
Idaho Democrat
Oh,
senator.
Idaho. So
He
he
was
was
born.
making waves out there. Like
Yeah,
he like if it
yeah.
wasn't for him, Idaho wouldn't be some racist white state where white people do racist things.
Yeah. Well, he was born in July 25th,
Okay.
1964, and he died April 7, 1984.
Yeah, suckers are born and die every fucking day. Who cares? But yeah, that's cool. That book is still. You should burn that book. You should turn that book into like some type of effigy. You ever been to a bonfire? That'd be a perfect bonfire. Like you should be like some hippie in sandals and fucking Idaho.
No,
Like trick people to giving them taxes. Like throw
no,
that book
I'm not.
in the fire, bro.
No, I'm not
Like
the
what are
horrible
you
person.
talking about? That dude sucks. He probably wore Uggs before Uggs were cool. That's
No, I'm
probably
not.
the only thing he. That's what they should have wrote a book about him about. He probably put on some Uggs and like, I'm gonna run for the senator of Idaho, and they were like, oh well, you're kooky enough to fucking get a book wrote about you. That's like the only thing I would care about. He didn't even do that, did he?
No,
Yeah, he sucks.
somebody else wrote the
He's
book.
fucking sucks. Somebody else wrote his book.
Yeah.
Wow, he sucks bad. He didn't even write about his own life. He's
Mm.
that entitled.
Well, well,
That's crazy.
some people don't write it because they're probably not that
Because
good.
they don't know how to write. Because
I mean,
they've always
Clinton.
had people to do things for them. They're
Well, Clinton
entitled.
wrote.
That's what entitlement is a word I'm using, and I think you're
Well,
glancing over it, Carlo.
his autobiography. Clinton wrote his autobiography.
Clinton never had a shot of whiskey until he turned 22. And he played a
Uh,
fucking jazz saxophone, buddy. What? What are you
I
talking about?
remember that.
And he killed a bunch of people he didn't like, along with his wife, like Gaddafi and countless other people that he conspired with, the CIA, that your buddy did nothing to expose. He just said, hey, they do things.
Clinton was not the president when Gaddafi died. That would
Man,
be
they had something to do with it, bro. Universal currency in Africa, the Clintons didn't want that shit to happen, so Ixnay on that person over there. Hey, come on, bro. Murderers. Hot sauce in her purse, more like a Glock for Gaddafi. Hillary Clinton is a murderer. So many bodies, bro.
yeah.
She talking about the JFK shit. They probably had something to do with that shit. Ain't no thing. Who you think killed Kennedy, dude?
Well, maybe this is boring. Who is this trinket?
You
Uh,
don't know who killed Kennedy.
well, there's many theories. They
You don't
say the
fucking know.
CIA.
You don't fucking know.
They say. Well, I mean, I don't know exactly, but there's a lot of theories. That's what I was saying.
Your
Who did
theories
it?
are asinine at best because you don't know.
Well, like there's been theories that the CIA, the mafia, I think some rich corporations had something to do with.
This is
Yeah.
boring, bro. If you're a person of a wetback orientation that don't know who assassinates U.S. presidents, I don't think we should be even having a conversation right now. I'm
Man.
calling ICE, Carlos. Let me spice this up, Carlos. What's the number of ICE?
Oh, what's the number
Call.
of ice? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you get what's the number to 911? Damn it!
So
See what
why
I
would
did
it?
there? You see
Okay,
what I
yes,
did there?
yeah. But why would I want to? Why would I want to know why who killed Kennedy? I mean, there's been a lot of.
Because that's important. You're a fucking
I know
American.
there's been
These
a lot of.
fucking pieces of shit. They
Okay,
hate people that love social programs. They hate people that want to expose the one percenters, the people that don't pay taxes, the secret societies. They
yes.
hate people that
Okay,
actually do the expose. They love people in
yes.
Idaho that do
I
like
always
fucking
believe.
The people in Idaho that do the fucking Scooby Doo mysteries, they're cool. But the people like Kennedy that actually like, hey, they're rich fuckers with secret societies doing
Well,
fucking shit and they get shot.
I always
That's the
believe,
most important thing we should be focusing on.
man.
Who
Look
do
at.
you think killed that person?
Well, okay, hold on. This is a true. This is what I.
Your buddy with a book is
No,
still alive.
buddy. No. Look at. Let me tell you who. Who do I suspect really who killed Kennedy? I think it was the big American corporations along with the CIA.
Well, Monsanto and the CIA is a good goddamn guess.
Yeah, I mean the big corporations like
That's a great guess, actually.
corporations with
I would say that same shit. I would
like
say Monsanto and the fucking head of the fucking alphabet people. Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, I
Hell
mean you
yeah.
have people. Okay, you had like people corporations that had defense contracts and all those.
They don't want to fucking lose their money. Be real, they don't want to fucking lose that shit. And they got people that's smart as fuck that'll fucking carry out their plans for them. Yeah,
Well,
dude. They've already, what are they called? Lobbyists? They've
yeah,
always had that shit, bro. They got extreme lobbyists to fucking ixnay fucking Kennedy, dude. Crazy. And when they did it, they gave that dude like a fucking like a promotion or something. Because they own the fucking government. They make so much money from their fucking corporation. They can just like do whatever they want, bro.
hmm yeah.
Actually, you think a president can be like fucking installed just as easily as he can be assassinated? Cause it's just like they just like figureheads, bro. So the same people that put you in that position can take you out, bro, on some shit. You think that, or am I tripping?
No. I think you're right on that. Yeah.
Man, America crazy as a motherfucker. What about democracy, bro?
Democracy. Well, back in '88, when I started reading the autobiography of Malcolm X, it opened my eyes to many things about how in this.
So when you start reading, what was his name? Chicago Red. What was his name?
I was reading. Yeah, that was Detroit Red. That was in
Detroit Red. I'm sorry. So
Detroit
you
Red.
reading? Did he write his own autobiography?
No, it was Alex Haley.
Alex Haley didn't fucking write that or Ruse. Be real.
No, he wrote the both of them. The Roots and the autobiography.
You really think that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Chicago. No. It was St. Louis Red. And St. Louis Red was Red Fox.
Hmm.
He met him in New York, and he said he was the funniest guy he ever seen.
I heard Red Fox gave Mr. Miyagi like $50,000 to help him with his acting career or something. And later
Yeah,
he became fucking the Karate Kid sensei or whatever. Like he was
yeah.
like, "Hey, Asian dude, you're hanging out in Hollywood and you need some help. I got you." Next thing you know, you get a big movie role. Yeah, Red Fox was the shit.
Well, he was in a couple of episodes of Sanford.
He did great impressions. I'm starting to realize I didn't even know he did that good of impression. He did that.
Yeah,
It was almost like Red Fox was there. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like it was like Red Fox transformed into an Asian dude. That
yeah.
shit was crazy. Yeah, he was talented, bro. I guess people
Like
didn't see it.
he's one of my favorite comedians, Red Fox.
No, well, dang, Mr. Miyagi's pretty good with his impression, but
Yeah,
yeah, I guess
yeah.
they appreciated each other's craft. Yeah.
I mean, most people don't know this, but in 1976, he had his own, sitcom. It was called Mr. T and Tina. But the
What would
show
they do?
The show only lasted one season. I mean,
I'm saying, like, what would they do on the show? Like, they was
no,
trying.
it was not. Mr. T was a Japanese scientist, inventor. Okay, rich inventor who lived in
Yeah,
Chicago. Who lived in Chicago
hell yeah.
in this
He was
penthouse.
a Japanese dude from a whole block. I
Yeah,
continue.
inventor, and he lived in the hospital. And his mate Tina was a white woman. Tina.
What? Oh snap!
Yeah, it was called Mr. T and Tina, the show. And it was,
Damn.
and the janitor was played by the guy who played Isaac in the Love Boat.
What?
Yeah, Ted Blanch, the guy who played
Wait,
Isaac in the Love Boat. He was a building janitor.
was it a Mexican guy in it?
No, no, it was a guy from Love Boat, the guy who played Isaac on the Love Boat. You never seen that show?
Nah, I haven't actually.
No. Okay, Isaac was a he was a black bartender in the Love Boat, the series.
Oh, so they were giving Mexican people roles, yeah. So it was like an Asian dude, white dude, black dude.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, and
Damn,
yeah, and
I'm sorry I was cast out. Maybe that's why that show didn't last because
no, it didn't last. It was kind of stupid, silly that show anyway.
he was
Mister,
in. What did he invent? Domo Arigato, or
no,
did he invent Mr. Roboto? What did he do?
I don't know. It could be. I don't remember that very,
Did you
very
watch the
well.
show? Like he was an
I
inventor.
kind of did.
What did he invent?
Kind of did. I was about like 9 or 10 at the time when the show came out
Ah, you're
in
terrible.
1976. But
You
the
don't
show
know it
didn't. The show bombed. It didn't do very well. It was canceled.
because people like you didn't support it. Because you didn't see yourself in the show. You seen an Asian dude, you seen a black dude, you seen some white lady, but
No,
you didn't see fucking Chachi or whoever you identify with, dude. You didn't
well,
see fucking who you identify with, dude. Carlos Mencia, you didn't see him, dude. Come on,
no, no. I mean, there was.
let's just cut the tortilla shell, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't fucking see fucking this fluffy guy up there with his fucking VW van. And you were like, fuck that shit. And the show bombed. That's what
Hmm.
happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did see some episodes of that show, but I wasn't that much into it.
If you would have saw the midget from fucking, what's that movie? That
What?
TV show? It was like Magical Island. The Mexican midget dude.
Actually, he was not Mexican. He was French.
That dude was fucking
Fantasy
Mexican. He was a fucking midget and he was on fucking Magic Island. That
Island.
show did well.
Oh yeah,
That show did well.
yeah, but all because of his famous the plank,
And black, yeah.
the plank, the plank.
Blacko white.
Yeah, that was a great
Oh,
show. That was a great
yeah,
show.
dude.
I used to watch it.
He was granting wishes and shit. Was he like a genie? I think they thought he was like a red dot Indian.
No, no, no. It was his boss, Mr. O'Rourke. He was a guy
Oh,
who
fuck.
uh, who who used to do. He was like a magician.
So
And,
he
and
just like found a Mexican dude and he's like, you're gonna be with me now on my island. Like, how did that
yeah,
work?
no, no, no. The Mexican dude was the magician. Not the That was a Mexican dude.
No,
Not
the white dude had like a small Mexican person to like serve people drinks and shit on this island. You don't remember that TV show?
no, no. I
One of my
remember that
favorite
show.
shows.
I remember
I
that
think he
show.
found him at Home Depot or something. I think back then it was called Lowe's, but I
Well,
can't
but
remember.
yeah, yeah,
I can put my finger on it, but
yeah. But Fantasy Island was with Ricardo Montalban. He was Mexican.
yes, Chachi
He,
of Who's the
he was
Boss? Of course. How could I forget?
he was Mexican. Ricardo
Yes,
Montalban.
yes.
And the other guy, the midget, wasn't Mexican. He was
He
French.
was he he definitely was Mexican.
Yes, I seen him dance. There were photos of the videos of him dancing.
He's like, I'll get you more fucking Smalling Brothers for your drink, see, senor. I was like, oh, what? He's like, he's so short.
No,
He
I don't.
can't. How does he reach the fucking Smalling Brothers? He
Yeah,
got smaller. They got small man for Smalling Brothers, dude. That was fucked up. Shit was fucked. He did very well though. Had multiple seasons.
yeah.
That's just terrible though. You ever seen that one movie Held Up with Jamie Foxx with a Mexican dude walking to the gas station? Like, I'm gonna take all the pesos. Like, we got dollars over here. He's like, oh, orderly, homie.
No, I saw the other movie with.
You should watch Held Up with Jamie Foxx. That's a great
Uh,
movie.
I'll try. I'll try to check that out. But I seen some of the old school, like Hollywood Shuffle.
Would you watch that in a fucking dollar theater in
No,
1985?
no,
Hollywood Shuffle? What are you talking about?
no. I watched that. I watched that movie on HBO.
Oh, HBO Max. Yeah.
Yeah, HBO. Well, yeah, HBO TV. Like it wasn't no HBO Max at that time, but I watched it on
Oh,
HBO.
yeah. When they
I
used
was
to have
that,
Def Jam.
yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
They used to have Def Jam,
Def,
Arliss, fucking
yeah,
Oz. What else HBO used to have back?
Dream On, Sex in the City.
What's that one show with the Mormons?
Uh,
You remember that shit? It was like some Mormons. HBO had some good shit though.
yeah.
What
Well,
else?
else before? Yeah, all those shows. Like,
Yeah, when HBO was a TV network. I know what you're talking
yeah,
about. I'm thinking of streaming.
yeah, yeah. I saw Hollywood Shuffle there. That's a really funny movie. Fuck. Cookie Head Jenkins, man. What the fuck? I like Death of a Breaker. Cookie Head Jenkins. And it was Marlon Wayans was there. Keenan Ivory Wayans was in that movie, and his brother.
I
Was
can't
also,
forget I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. That's my favorite one.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one. I like that one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one too. But the Brooks, the Evans midgets, man. I'm gonna get those Evans midgets. The Evans midgets. That's the funny part. And what about what makes you a black hero? I'm a black. What you say? I'm a football star player. Well, what the? In that movie, yeah, Jim
See,
Brown.
it's actually fucked up how they did to Wayne's family because they started that parody shit. Not necessarily started it, but they carried a
Yeah,
huge torch for parody movies and they got like screwed out the rights of it, bro.
yeah, like
They were never paid their due diligence for that shit. And it's sad,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, like
That's
those
crazy.
scary movies, like those scary movies.
Like they barely got paid for In Living Color.
Living Color.
They
Oh
barely
yeah.
got paid for that.
Oh, I like that one where Jamie Foxx was that Wanda character.
Oh, that fantastic show that they should have made
Yeah,
$1 billion off of. They probably made like 100,000.
that was a great
It
show.
was their show, bro. Yeah,
That was
bro.
a
It's just like how they do Hispanic people. You sit up there, you do my whole roof, and I give you $60. It's like you built America.
great.
It's funny that they.
So that was those
You
were,
know what I'm talking about, Carlos.
yeah.
This man, just when they gonna leave our people alone?
hmm
One day, Carlo. You should have said one day, but
One day, yeah.
One
Well,
day.
you know, rock and roll was not invented by whites; it was invented by blacks.
Carlos, I thought it was invented by Hispanic people.
No,
They
no,
pretended like they were black.
no. Actually, it was invented by blacks. If you go back to Ike Turner's band way before he met Tina Turner, way back.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. If you follow Selena and you actually trace her back before the airplane, and you can see Eddie Guerrero over there before he learned how to do the frog splash.
yeah.
He was like telling people that black people invented rock and roll. Hell yeah. I remember that shit.
I mean, there was a lot of people. I mean, Hank Williams even copied a lot of black.
Yeah. Hank, how can we forget Hank Williams? Of course.
I mean, if you look at those songs, like two songs that you can say he copied. One song called "Lonesome Gone Blues" and "Moving On Over." Those songs were blues, actually blues songs. Like that "Long Gone Lonesome Blues." That is a blues song. That is not a country song. Song says, "I went down by the river." Blah, blah.
Yeah. Just like when Carlos Santana said, it was just like the ocean, but under the. Yeah. No, he wasn't saying that. He was just letting the white boy say while he played guitar. He was just, I guess chilling he was chilling in the Lowe's parking lot with a guitar and some white dude. Like, hey, dude, you want to like be in a music video? He's like, yeah, I'm Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
It's a random Thursday. So
Yeah,
yeah, dude. Like
I
that's
think.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think Hank
That's
Williams.
like exactly.
I think Hank Williams was the first Eminem.
Yes. Oh, fuck it. I forget about Hank Williams. Of course, I would be remiss.
Yeah, he was the first Eminem. But they
Yeah.
say Elvis was not the first Eminem. No, Hank Williams was the first Eminem.
Mm,
Yeah, he was.
absolutely. No
Yeah,
doubt. No doubt in my mind. I'm not even gonna second guess that.
yeah,
Hank Williams was the first Eminem.
yeah. I mean, they
Yeah,
say,
that's what you just said.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. You know, they say Elvis
did you
was the
not
first.
say that? Can you say
I
it one
said
more
that.
time?
I said that. Yeah, Hank Williams
Can
was
you,
the first Eminem
yeah, all right. Okay, so
because he
Hank
sang
Williams
blues
was the
music
first Eminem.
also.
All right, that's perfect sense.
Yeah, he sang blues music for and a lot of his songs were blues. Was
You know what I'm
influenced
saying?
by blues players.
A lot of mom spaghetti, a lot of fucking,
Yeah.
a lot of that, dude.
Were influenced
Yeah,
by
yeah.
bluesmen. Yeah, there was
Fucking
a guy.
Ford Mavericks. Yeah. If you ever drove a Ford Maverick, you're fucking out of the blues. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Come on. Come on. You know
Long
what I
time
mean
ago.
then.
Yeah, those were cool cars back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
These
I
cars
can
were like,
see. I can see how you can say Eminem was Hank Williams without even admitting ignorance at that statement. I can see that. That's
yeah.
not completely false at all.
Hmm.
It's not even like even if you were literal with it, like there's no way Hank Williams was imitating Emma fucking Nim, dude.
No, no, no. I'm not saying of that. I'm not saying he was imitating Eminem. I'm saying
Well,
he was
yeah,
like
white people
first.
stole rap and white people stole country, but it's just a difference between Hank Williams and Eminem, Carlos. It's just ridiculous.
I'm saying because Hank Williams sang blues songs. Also, that's what I was saying. I didn't. He was like Eminem. I'm saying that. I mean, he was not the. I mean, people would say Elvis was the first guy that did it, but no, no. Hank Williams was already singing blues songs.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. You think Hank Williams?
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot of songs that he.
Guitar in Eminem's hands. Hey, the guy looks like Hank Williams. I guess you know. Fuck it.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying he looked like him or nothing like that, or physically. No, no.
That's what you're saying, Carlos. You said that all white people look alike, and until they let your people in their country, they're always gonna be monogamous pieces of shit. But once you said loud, you said proud, bro. You say the monogamous white man with his fly by night features should stop being so obligatorily racist towards your Hispanic culture. Just say it, Carlos. It's easy.
Yeah.
Use your words.
Well, I believe they. I mean, they do it. Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why don't
and
you
they should
say that,
stop.
bro? Why don't you stop talking about Hank Williams and them say, hey,
And they
Cracker.
should stop. But
You say, hey, Cracker, stop stealing shit. I ain't nothing
I'm
but
not
no
saying.
good
I'm
thieving
not gonna say
crackers.
all
Say
black,
it,
all
Carlos. Call a
replacers
white man a
are
cracker.
crackers. No, no, that's them.
Call them
No.
crackers that feel good. Yeah, I see a crowd wake up in the morning. I say, crackers can't even wake up without burning in the sunlight, Carlos. Join the dark side.
Oh man, yeah.
Join the dark side, bro. You burn in the sunlight? I'm just asking you a question.
No, I don't burn in the sun. I mean,
I know people that burn in the sunlight. They need special ointment or they'll burn in the sunlight.
uh,
You know them too.
yeah.
They like to kill people that don't burn in sunlight because they're mad at people that don't wear special ointment, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I gotta go now, man. I gotta get ready here. Okay, but thanks for coming, guys. Bye bye.